This is my hideaway spot, the Henry Bridge. I take my wife to work, and rather than go home, I stop up here and have some fun playing my horn. It's so much fun to relax, and takes me away from, well, the world's misery. I don't have any misery. I'm retired, and I'm having fun.
Keep talking to me.
Oh, and not a bored day in my life. Early retirement, and to come up here in Vermont. See, I always wanted to live where people vacation, and Jesus, my back door, look out at the mountains, look out at the trees. Where I used to live, I look out my window, I'm just looking into someone else's window. You think you're looking at them, you come down and get a flat tire from them. That's the city for you. But this is a marvelous place to spend time, and just it's like semi-stoic. It's urban, but not rural completely. It's close enough to the city, but not so far away that you're really alone. Right around the corner, and I get the tourists stopping by every now and then, say hello, and then I play them some songs. And they like that. The guy at the inn here, I asked him if I was bothering him. He said, "No, they love it." I didn't know I was that loud.
Would you play me something?
I sure will. In 8.5 years, I've learned how to play. But the whole thing in playing is, in any instrument, is to learn your own capacities, your own body. How the air flows in your body from your diaphragm to your mouth, the cavity of your mouth. Everybody's mouth is different, and as I play around with it, you're able to manipulate the airstream. Now, the worst thing that happened to me was in a car accident. It ruined my teeth, and about 5 years ago, I had to get a denture. I thought I'd never play again. I played better than that because it's back to the same basic of the airstream. That's whatever you got to work around it, like life. You got an obstacle, you got to work around it or get rid of the obstacle. Would you like to hear a little playing?
Yes.
And I always use a mute here out of respect for anything else. Pure improvisation. You get a rhythm behind you and a beat behind you and say, okay, what are you going to do with that? See, that's where it's music and not songs. You develop your music into some kind of style and some kind of song. And I try to paint the picture when I play. The beginning, the middle, and the end. I learned that from Miles Davis in his book. He's saying the beginning, the middle, and the end, like a story. And you imagine how the music is going and what your place is in that music. Before long, you become attached to those notes. Every note is solo. Lessons are not cheap. So I joined all the community bands, and I got tips and from everybody that played until I got to a point where I saturated myself, do my own thing. I go down to the Jazz Center in Vermont and Brattleboro a lot. Great place, but it's an hour and somewhat away with the gas prices. Mm-hmm. Everywhere I want to jam is so far away, and that's the thing I wanted, to get to the point where I can enjoy myself with the music, and not worry about the technicalities of the horn.
So you're there?
Well, no, I'm never there. I got a long ways to go. 8.5 years is not there. They say the average time is about 10 years to master your instrument. I think I'm on my way, but you're never there. There's always more. There's always more. I got more and more into bebop now that I know I can manipulate my notes better and have better control with them. playing faster and faster is a lot of fun, you know. And before I was scared, like Dizzy Gillespie. Oh man, how can he play? But it ain't that difficult. You can always do whatever anybody else can do if you put your mind to it, you know.
Well, you mentioned Miles, you mentioned Dizzy. I mean, a lot of people say trumpet began with Louis Armstrong.
Oh, Pops is the greatest. Pops, Louis Armstrong, you know, he's my idol, you know. I met him many years ago in Freedom Land, corresponded with him. I was at his funeral, cried like a baby, of course. Pops was tops. I mean, there's so many great. Harry James. I met Harry James in Riverboat in Manhattan. He had me sit at his table. I'm a kid at the time. I don't know nothing about nothing, you know. That's called the buzz. You know, where you can play the song without the mouthpiece, or you can buzz into your mouthpiece to have it sound just like the trumpet or the horn that you play.
I've seen you do that on YouTube.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And someone was telling me the other day how Maynard Ferguson used to do it, and then I did it for him. He said, it's just a matter of developing and working at it. It's like anything else. Your skill is proportionate to your interest. And when you're retired, and that's your one, and everybody's at work, and you say, hey, I ain't gonna watch TV. I have an interest. My interest is to produce music. I'm not a trumpeter. I play the trumpet to produce music. I'm a musician. Thank you, Bill Dixon.